What is going on, YouTube? In this video, we are going to be talking about Doge and some price predictions for Doge. And at the end of this video, I'm also going to share with you a small cap coin that I think has the opportunity to blow up real quick. So I'm going to give you some new events that are happening with Doge, price prediction, and then this small cap coin. Let me just tell people on Instagram where we're at, so we're all on the same page. And we'll get rolling here. Let me know where you're from. If you could comment what city you are from in the comments section. Number one, that lets me know, where you guys are from. Number two, it lets me know that you can actually hear me. So give me a comment. Just let me know like what city you're from. Yes, buy until May 8th. New York, California, those are states, but I like them too. Kansas City, cool. The UK, awesome. Denver, I was just in Denver. Lived in San Diego, Richmond, Virginia, London. Awesome, cool. We got people all over the place. That's great. I love to see this. San Antonio, Australia, Montreal. Wow, you guys are from all over the place. Hope it's not too shut down over there. It's at least getting better here in Florida. One thing I want to mention, if you guys are really passionate about money, investments, yachts, cigars, models, learning, networking, we are holding an event here in Miami on June 19th. All right, it's the Investors Conference. And Garrett, Eric is literally right in the other room right now. So that's awesome, man. Thanks for tuning in. We're holding an investors conference on June 19th on a $40 million yacht. We're literally paying $90,000 for 6 hours. So it's going to be very eventful. We're talking everything cryptocurrency. We're talking real estate, and we're talking asset protection. So would love to have you guys there. Would love to meet you in person. I think, or I know for a fact, that's how I've met all my best business friends. That's how I've made the best connections. And that's like when I've truly seen a quantum leap in my income. When you go to events, what you really should try to do is pick out a few things, right? There's going to be like tons of things shared, right? You're taking notes the whole time. When you come home, literally 1 to 3 things. You take 1 to 3 things, you implement those 3 things. And it's all about the speed of implementation. So every time I go to an event, I take a lot of notes, and then I come home, I say, all right, what are the 3 things I want to focus on? I focus on them, and almost every time I have a quantum leap in income in my life. So that'll be my one suggestion. I know you're going to get a ton of value if you come. I'll put the link in the description, but let's go ahead and jump right in. So just on the news, obviously, everyone is anticipating this SNL Saturday Night Live with Elon going on Saturday Night Live, right? And talking about Doge. So I think that it has a chance to definitely appreciate the price. We've already seen it go from 30 cents to 66 cents or whatever it was today. So it's literally doubled in the past like 24 hours, which is awesome. But here's the thing. I'll talk about 2 other events. Elon has also mentioned, taking a rocket, putting Doge on a rocket and taking it to the moon, which I think is absolutely hilarious. I mean, if I was a deca billionaire, I would definitely be doing really dumb stuff like that as well. So I love to see him doing that. I think it's hilarious. And then there's another rumor, and I think that'll help price a lot, which it was supposed to happen. The rumor was that was supposed to happen like 2 weeks ago, and it didn't. I think it was like May or the 22nd of last month. But the other rumor is, and this is actually a big rumor, is eBay. So eBay could potentially be using Dogecoin for crypto payments. They've talked about, like, just word on the street is eBay is looking to really compete with like Amazon and be more like cutting edge and stuff. So they're looking to implement cryptocurrencies as a form of payment. So like be on the lookout for news from that. That could also be really, really big. And here's the thing with Doge is like, and I was actually just talked to one of my business partners today, and he said that Doge is actually a fork. So Bitcoin forked into Litecoin, and then Litecoin forked into Doge. So apparently, Doge is actually a fork from Litecoin, which I didn't know that. So that's very, very interesting. But Doge came out as an absolute joke, like literally just a joke about crypto, and I honestly hated it because of that. Like I love crypto and everything it stands for, and that's the reason why I did not like Doge for the longest time. But now that, I mean, it came to a point where I was like, okay, so I saw Elon first pump it to 10 cents. Then it went to like 25 cents. And then it came up to like 30. And next thing I know, it's in the top 5 on crypto market cap. So it had 50 billion in it. I think it's had like almost 90 billion in it today. When something, and if you're listening to this video and you kind of hate on Doge, when something gets that amount of capital in it, almost $100 billion, you just simply cannot ignore it anymore. So I honestly feel like it's imprudent to not have some portion of Doge in your portfolio. So I'll be completely transparent with you guys. I have like, my 2% of Doge has appreciated like 4% of Doge in like my personal portfolio. So I'm not like an all-in. I'll never be an all-in on one currency because I don't think that's very prudent at all. It's all about like your asset allocation based on your risk tolerance and your goals. And for me, Doge is a smaller portion of my portfolio. I hold much more BNB. I hold much more VeChain, but that's all up for you to decide. So a lot of news coming out for Doge. Here's the thing about the news, and this happens a lot in crypto, and this is even more than like stocks and any other investment. And when you understand this, you're likely going to save a lot of money. And this is not just like with regular trading, especially with leverage trading. So what it is something called buy the rumor and sell the news. Okay. So like when a rumor comes out, guys, very few people have insider information, right? The majority of the people that are pumping this, we all have the same info. So when we get the same info, everyone's making that decision together, right? Like we saw this with OMI a month ago. Everyone kept talking about it getting listed on Uniswap and Uniswap and Uniswap and Uniswap. And if I say Uniswap one more time, you have to hit the like button. Uniswap. Everyone kept talking about that, but I'm swear to God, like the most random people that weren't even in crypto were reaching out to me saying like, "Yo, you want to buy OMI OTC from me?" I'm like, "Do you even know what that means?" And what happened was everyone pumped the price of OMI to such a high price point. And then once it actually didn't get listed, and even if it did, like everyone already bought it because everyone was already talking about it and everyone was on the same page. Like if everyone has the same info, you got to realize like you got to buy the rumor and then sell the news. Like, so for me, at least, like if you look at technicals on Doge, it's had 7 green monthly candles. So like it's had a ton of appreciation. I mean, it's up like really, it's honestly really, really ridiculous. So like what I feel is going to happen, and this is not to knock Doge at all, but I do feel like on Saturday, it is going to take a tumble. Like I could see Doge going up to 70, 80 cents, possibly hitting $1. Okay. And then coming back down to like the 40-cent range. So that's where I do see price going. And once again, it's kind of that thing of buying the rumor and selling the news. So I'm just letting you guys know what I'm doing. I'm holding my Doge. So there's like 2 things that I do. I mean, there's quite a few things I do, but the 2 main things I want to go over on here is number 1, when you're investing into like a large cap coin, right? Most large caps that are in the top 30, you can go like use leverage on them as well, like on FTX or Binance or whatever, right? So there's 2 things you can do. You can be super short term with leverage, like under a month, like if you're swing trading, maybe you're day trading in a day, right? Or you can buy the large caps, which this is for the majority of people. Okay, so you buy the large cap and you hold it through this bull market. Okay, that's what I'm doing with Doge. I've hit a few leverage trades just for fun, to be honest. But it's so volatile, it's like super risky. But if you buy the rumor and sell the news, you'll do well. So like for me, I buy most, like the largest, not the largest portion, the largest portion as far as buying large cap coins, or I'm buying them and I'm selling them in the next like 4 to 5 months. When I have the indication that the market cycle is likely to be over soon, right? Then I'm going to dollar cost average out the market. So that's what I'm doing with my Doge. I have a decent account size on FTX that I will like throw some leverage on it. And on Saturday, I am going to be looking for a small short on Doge. Okay, because I do think that after the news comes out, I do believe that we are going to head back down and to like the 30, 40 cent range. It's like highly volatile, but we'll see, right? I mean, Doge has outperformed everyone's expectations, including mine. So I will never put doubt behind the Doge and the Doge family, and I'm sure we got a few Dogers on here. So let's talk about like price prediction now. Like what is actually realistic for the Doge Mobile? All right, I did this chart. Okay, now here's what you need to understand. It is all about here, like, let's start from like a 30,000 foot view. Okay, first of all, we start with the overall crypto market cap, which right now, let's see where it's at. Right now, we are at, which we did hit an all-time high today, which is awesome, $2.4 trillion. So the total market cap of cryptocurrency is 2.4 trillion. And there is apparently now 10,000 cryptocurrencies, which is pretty crazy. That was really, really cool to see it growing that quickly. The majority of them are garbage, but 10,000 currencies. All right, so 2.4 trillion. Then what you need to understand is, okay, that's the market cap. Now we need to make an estimate of how high the market cap can go during this market cycle, because that's what we really care about. When I say this market cycle, I'm going on the Bitcoin halving cycle, which is likely to end at the end of this year. So we're looking at the total capitalization within cryptocurrency and how high that can go. Then what you look at is what percentage can Doge take of that market cap, okay? And then that will give you the total market cap for Doge. And then what you do is you divide the total market cap of Doge, your estimated total market cap of Doge, and market cap is just the market capitalization, which is the price per coin multiplied by the amount of supply, so the amount of coins, the amount actually in circulation, which is 129 million, 129 billion. Okay, so what I did is I priced this out. Now, what I do believe is I do believe that Doge is at like it has 3.7% of the market cap right now. Okay, so the total like of 2.4 trillion has about 3.7% of the market cap. Now, I do see Doge going to, I do believe that it could have 5% of the market dominance. I think that's pretty realistic, given the amount of. So here's another thing. There's 1,300 companies now accepting Dogecoin as a payment. So 1,300, that's pretty ridiculous. Another thing a lot of people don't understand is Doge is inflationary, which is actually really important to a currency. So like Doge is trying to be used as a currency, as a means for exchange, which is cool, right? I really don't believe Bitcoin will be used for that long term because it's too deflationary. With Doge, with any currency, you want it to be inflationary, which means the purchasing power is falling. And the reason why is because if the purchasing power is increasing a lot over time, no one wants to spend it. And that's really bad for the economy. So you actually do, if you're going to have a currency like Doge, say Doge becomes like the global currency, okay? If that did happen, it's actually good for it to be inflationary because it actually incentivizes people to spend it. So that is one fact that I do like about Doge, right? It inflates right now right around like 4%, I believe. So this is, and we're talking about this market cycle and this price prediction. So again, I do because of all the influence behind it, the amount of companies that are using it, and its actual use case now because it's now being accepted, especially if eBay accepts it, Elon sends it to the moon. Like all these things line up for it. I do believe that it could take 5% of the total market cap. I also do believe that the total market cap for cryptocurrency is going to be between $7 and $10 trillion this year. And again, we are at 2.4 trillion. So I created this chart. I wish I could share with you. I will be able to share with you next week. But if you look at a 5% dominance of the market on Doge, and then you look at a $7 trillion market cap, that'll put Dogecoin at $2.70. Okay. Now let's say that the market cap of cryptocurrency doesn't go to 7 trillion and actually goes to 10 trillion. Okay. So it goes to 10 trillion by the end of this year, which is, it's almost a 5x from where we're at, right? So that's a decent size growth. If we get 10 trillion, we're getting close to like gold's market capitalization. We'd be at $3.86. So my price prediction for Doge is between 270 and 386. I know there's been tons of people pumping it to $10. I even saw one $100 today. Like the only way that could possibly ever happen is if they cut the supply. Like that would put Doge at such a ridiculous, I would put it at such a ridiculous market cap. It's not even plausible. So unless they are burning the supply, that's possible, right? If they're burning the supply, that changes the price, right? It's just like a stock split. So like if they change the metrics on it, okay. But I do not believe that I don't think we're going to see $10 this year, to be honest. I hope I'm wrong. That would be really cool. But I really do not believe that we will see $10 Doge this year. I do believe we'll see between like 270 and 386, like I just said. So let me know your price predictions in the comments right now. I would love to hear them. What's your mobility? I'll take some. Yeah. So do you think Doge will go to $2? Yeah, I actually do believe it will. But I don't want to be the guy that's coming on here and like people are putting like their life savings in Doge and like taking it very, very seriously, which is like, I wouldn't do that, but like the more power to you. But like the thing is, if you're doing that and you're waiting to a $10 Doge, like just don't do that. Here's the thing. I can't give financial advice, but one of the smartest things that I do is that if I like double a position very quickly, I will take the money out, the principal out that I put into the position, and I will take that principal out. So literally when I have 100% gain on it, I take the money out and then I'm playing with all profit. So I have no chance of losing anything. So like that's a great way to never lose money in cryptocurrency. Like I could literally buy a gerbil right now, have it crawl across my laptop and pick a random coin and it would be profitable. Like that's how easy it is to be profitable. But like the thing is, the way you're going to get eaten alive is buying after the news comes out, right? And then selling because you get emotional, or holding too long through the market cycle because you're trying to look for this like random price point that someone threw out and you never did the numbers on, and you have no idea why that price is even out there. Just some guy said, "Oh yeah, Doge to $100," and now you're holding on to $100. Like, so just be really, really careful about that. Last thing I will say, so there's been a lot of, Brian, cashing out Doge and going to DOT, I think is a safer play, but I think the answer is kind of both. I just like proper asset allocation. It's just, it's time tested. Like you never want to be like all in on one thing unless you control the one thing, right? So, and then where that one thing is going. And also, which I also want you guys to like think about this too, with Doge, okay? And I'm going to go over this small cap alt. So if you guys could hit the like button, there's 134 people on here. We got to have at least 134 likes. Just literally hit the like button. It's free. I think this video will benefit a lot of people and would love for you to help me share this to more people. Here's another thing too, guys, is you got to look at when people are pumping coins. One thing you really want to do is you want to look at what are they actually doing, right? Like when Elon has been pumping Doge to the moon, which I think is just absolutely hilarious. I'm not against it. I think it's so cool because it brings more awareness to crypto. So people that hate on that, I'm like, nah, why would you hate on it? So like, you got to look at though, what is he doing? He put 1.5 billion into Bitcoin. Okay, he didn't put 1.5 billion into Doge. All right, so if you have like 10,000, right? If you're trying to see what the smart money is doing, like follow their actions, not their words. It's oftentimes a big discrepancy between their actions and words, right? So I always and that's something you can take not just with investments, but just with relationships in general. Like look at people's actions more than what they're saying. I think that's really, really valuable information, that if you actually like made decisions on actions instead of words, that's been one of my biggest takeaways this year and lessons I've learned is like, don't like, honestly, like take words with a grain of salt, but listen to the actions. And especially on the investment side, if you're looking at like people pumping coins, like, okay, what's your asset allocation? How much do you hold of that? Right. And if they're not heavily weighted towards that, then like, you got to have some context before you make a big like investment decision. So I just want you guys to also think about that, right? Like, I don't know how much Doge Elon has bought. I don't know if he's bought any. I know that he said he's like bought some for his kids or he's mining some, I think he said. But like, yeah. So you gotta realize that. Last thing, was the stupid coin that I bought this morning. Let's see here. So it is it literally just has, so there's literally no market cap on CoinGecko. Let me see if on I don't think it has one on here either. Nope, no market cap. So this coin came out like 2 weeks ago. It's literally the Dogelon Mars. It literally has Doge's name and then Elon at the end. So it's DOGELON and then space Mars. And I believe it's just Elon is the is the ticker symbol. So like, yeah, it's ELON. Curious to hear if you guys bought any. Leave a comment in the comment section if you bought some, but I just threw in 5K this morning just to see what happens. And I think that if Elon does get note of that, I think if he just mentions it, it'll like skyrocket because the market cap is so small because it came out like 2 weeks ago. So I'm really hoping somehow he gets awareness around it and literally just states the name of the coin. And that'll like work wonders. So like, I think that'll be hilarious if that happens. Again, I only put 5K in it, which honestly doesn't mean anything. What matters is like, it's all a relative game. So like, that's a very, very small portion of my portfolio. So if you're going to experiment with that, you have to go to Uniswap. Make sure like go watch one of my other videos about how to use Uniswap. But you can just copy the contract address, paste it into Uniswap, and then to make sure you're buying the right coin and it's not just like a rug pull, and then you just hold it in your wallet. I just hold it in my Coinbase wallet. So I bought some Doge Elon this morning. It's sitting at, listen to this, 0.00000029 cents. And that is another thing, is that doesn't mean anything. What matters is what is the circulating supply, which the circulating supply on this is 100 million billion. Wow. It's about 1 trillion. I think it's actually over 1 trillion. So and it doesn't have a market cap. So we don't even know how much capital is in it because it's so new. So I'm really just hoping that like Elon just like catches a little drift of that, and it just absolutely sends to the moon. So yeah, the Dogelon Mars. I think it's such a funny name. It literally has Elon's name in it, and they're going to Mars, so it's literally perfect. Fits perfectly. So I think that's just a little funny. Like honestly, like I said earlier, you could pick any coin and just like do super well. So cool. I really like ADA. I think that ADA is. I think like a lot of the smart contract coins are going to start pumping now that Ethereum has started to move up and has a really high market cap, and also BNB has been hitting all-time highs as well. So I'm very bullish on Cardano, on DOT, on Cosmos. I love VeChain too, even though I know it's more of a logistics play. But that's like my second favorite holding right now. Cool. What's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in. Cool. Alrighty. Well, if you guys just hopped on, catch the replay. I went over a lot of information. Really appreciate you guys hopping on. I am going to be someone asked about XRP. I'm going to be posting another video about XRP by Friday this week. So make sure to tune in on that. A lot of updates on the case, and I am still bullish on it, but you'll hear me talk about like where it's going to be, if I think the case is going to be over by the end of the year, because that is when that happens, that is the switch that needs to turn to absolutely send Ripple into the stratosphere. All right. So stay tuned for that on Friday, and hope you guys have a great rest of your week. June 19th in Miami, cryptocurrency, cigars, real estate, asset protection, tax, $40 million yacht, hoverboards, drone show that like we have thousands of drones going in a circle with LED lights. I might bring up some 0% zebras onto the boat, and we might pull like a Noah's Ark. All right. So hope to see you guys there. Talk soon.